Alrighty, thank you for joining me. This is a strength class. It can be done with all standing and seated exercises, seated in a chair if you want. I will be doing the option of going down to the ground, so I have a yoga mat out. Otherwise, you do need a chair or support for some leg lifts and a row as well, so you'll definitely need that. And then you need all your dumbbells, okay? So step touch, arm swing. Thanks for joining me here today. Good. I love to finish off my week with some strength. Go into that weekend nice and strong and energized. Good. And now arm circles. Side, back down, around. Good. And then switch directions. Nice. Great. And now side to side stretch. And in, up, over, and in. Pushing hips far to the side, reaching arm overhead. Good. One more time each side. Great. And now come all the way up to the top. Tuck your chin, curve your spine down. Go again, all the way up to the top. Tuck and curve. 2 more times. Unwind that spine. Good. One more time up to the top. And curve down. Great. Come all the way up. Hands to your shoulders. Give me a twist. Rotate. Good. Okay. And now let's grab our chair here. Good. Come to the high side of your chair and then step back into your L stand shape. And then from here, you're going to inhale your mid back toward the sky. Exhale, mid back down. Inhale up. Exhale down, going through a really deep cat and cow, mostly in those shoulders. One more, up and down. And now hold here in a straight spine. Drop one arm down and draw circles toward the ground to loosen up that shoulder girdle. And switch directions. Good. And now switch sides. Opposite arm, try to make your arm really light and loose. Good. And switch directions. Great. And then come on up, roll on up, step one foot outside your chair. So I've got my right leg forward. I'm going to twist open to the right and then come in, step back, do that big cow or cat-cow motion, opposite foot, twist open, hands down, step back, cat and cow, so it doesn't have to be too fast, forward, twist. And we're keeping our back heel on the ground when we step forward so that we stretch through our ankle. Good. Forward, open, and back. One more time, forward, open, good, and back, and now come all the way up, good. Come to that chair, give me some heel lifts, pump up those calves, warm up your ankles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stand a little bit away from your chair. Watch out beside you as well. Like I'm going to move it. And we're going to do a leg swing under our body, keeping that hip really light. Almost trying to keep the leg like loose from your hip down. Good. Here's 2 and 1. And now forward and backward. Soften your knee. Toes to the sky. Great. And up. Here's 2. And 1, and now switch legs, leg under your body, cross over and open. Nice and light in your hip and knee. Good. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And now turn to that chair and let the leg swing forward and back. Knee is softly bent. Good. Great. Here's 2. And 1, awesome. And now come to the front, 1 more ankle roll, switch directions, switch sides, and around. Good, okay, I'm gonna move my chair for now. So we have an exercise another exercise, and then we put them together to compound them. First is a squat. So you're gonna wanna go with your heaviest weights for this, because it's only a squat. You can have one weight held goblin style at your chest, 1 or 2 weights between your legs, or my preferred method, on the shoulders. Start in 5 seconds, heels and toes out. Ready, go. So it's 45 seconds here with this squat. Good. Keeping your knees softly bent at the top, sending your glutes down in line with your knees. Good. Pulling your abs in to protect that back. Nice. So after this, we do a curl, and then we do a squat plus a curl. So when you do the compound motion, you're gonna go probably lighter in the weights than when you do the single motion. 10 seconds. Good. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, basic bicep curl. Good. Whew. 5 seconds till we go again. Palms face front, elbows softly bent. Here you go. So your hands are supinated. That's what it means by palms face front. Squeeze your shoulders down your back, and then release those arms. Exhale up, inhale down. Nice. 30 seconds. Pulling your rib cage towards your spine. Good. And down. Exhale up, inhale down. Squeeze and release. 15. Good. 10 seconds. And down. We have 5. Good. 3, 2, and done. Okay, I'm gonna go lighter in my weights. Now, squat plus curl. Option 1 is to do a curl at the top and then squat and then curl. I'm gonna do option 2. We start, ready, go. This is option 2. I curl while I'm in my squat. Your squat in both options is probably a wider squat than you just did because you need space for those weights. Good. So down and curl. Nice. And up. Knees soft to the top. Curl and up. Nice. Pressing knees out of your toes. Good. 15 seconds. Curl and up. 10 seconds. Nice. 5 seconds. Curl and up and rest. Okay. We're going 30 seconds off, and then our next exercise, it's a reverse lunge. So you could do no weights. You could hold 2 weights by your sides, 1 weight at your chest, or weights on your shoulders. That's my preferred method. It's a reverse lunge. Starting in 5 seconds. Weights on those shoulders, or wherever you want, sorry. Ready, go. You don't have to touch your knee to the ground, but we are trying to get that alignment of knee being directly under hip. Nice. Back, front, back, front. $15. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, overhead press. You can sit down if you want. Again, this will be heavier than the next one. 5 seconds till we start. Elbows externally rotated. Go. Press up and bring it down. Good. So those weights are always parallel to the ground, and at the top, they make a sort of triangle shape over the crown of your head. Knees softly bent. And bring it down. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. And up. And down. And up. 15 seconds. Good. 10 seconds. Nice. We have 5. 3, 2, rest. Okay, we're gonna put it together. So I'm going lighter. It's 1 reverse lunge followed by 1 overhead press. So weights to those shoulders. Ready? I'm gonna fix this way. Here we go. Reverse lunge and press. Now if you're feeling good about that, you can kind of press out of it and lunge into it. So it's all one fluid motion. And that might make it easier in some ways because you can use your lower body to get the upper body moving, but it's also more challenging for your core. And it'll get your heart rate going too. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. We have 5. Rest. Okay. Whew. Breathe. 30 seconds off. All right. So next exercise is a lateral raise. The weights are in the front edges of your hips. You open your arms out to the side, elbows softly bent, and then bring it back down. Oh no, lateral lunge, sorry. 1 or 2 heavy weights. It's a lateral lunge, sorry. So, stand in the center, feet wide, go down and up. Oh, I read it wrong. So our feet are wide. Sorry. Good job. Thanks for staying with me there. Our feet are wide, our heels are in. It's a lateral lunge and a front raise. I put it together. Good. We push our butt back on the diagonal and we bring that weight to the inside of our ankle. Down and up, down. 15 seconds. Pressing knee out in line with your toes. Good. Nice. Down, up. 5 seconds. Good. Down, rest. Okay, come on in. Good. We're gonna go to our front raise. So light weights, we lift those arms straight up in front of us, peeling our shoulders back away from our ears as we do. Ready, go. So we go right up in front. Now as you do this, do not arch your back. So you really gotta keep those abs strong, elbows softly bent, and you're pulling your shoulder blades into your spine. Nice. 30 seconds. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. Great. Exhale up, inhale down. 15. Oh. Whew. Abs on fire for me. 10 seconds. Good. We have 5. 3, 2, rest. Okay. Next, we have our lateral lunge with the front raise. So I'm going lighter than that. So it's as we come out of the lunge, we bring those arms up in front of us. Ready? Here you go. Lunge, lift, lunge, lift. So this is mostly about that form. You gotta keep your spine straight and you gotta use the hip thrust to bring those weights up in front of your chest. Down, up, down, up, lower, lift, down, and up. Nice. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5. Rest. Whew. Okay, 30 seconds off. Grab 2 big heavy weights for your sumo deadlift. So, your feet will be wider than a squat position, probably toes mostly forward, and then you're gonna bring your body right over those weights And that's your start. You push your hips back in a flat line and pull up from the ground or from a lift. Ready, and go. We want to bring those weights to something. So if not a suitcase, it's a riser, or if you can keep your back perfectly straight, it's from the ground. Exhale up, squeeze, inhale down. 30 seconds. Good. 15. Ow. 5 seconds. Rest. Excellent. Okay, next we have a high row. So 2 weights, you're pulling them right up to the center to your lower ribs. Again, heavier in this round than the next round. Ready, go. Your feet are parallel position here. Nice straight line. Good. Shoulders are pulling away from your ears. It's like you're shaving your belly. That's how close to your body the weights are. Good. This is not a shrug. So instead of drawing your shoulders up to your ears, you draw your shoulders into your back. Good. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Nice. We have 5. Up and down and up and rest. Excellent. Okay, next we put it together. So I'm going to use just the one weight. No, I'm just going to use 2 lighter weights. I like the 2. Okay, sumo. Ready? Here we go. So down. Use those hips to bring it up. If you're using lighter weights and you can keep that form of your elbows being high, then you're welcome to pull the weights up more towards your chin. But you have to keep the wrists straight, the elbows high, and the shoulders down. I know it's tempting to lock your knees here when you explode out, but keep them softly bent. 15 seconds. Hips back, hips forward. Down, up, down. 5 seconds. Down, up, rest. Whew, okay, quick transition. So, if you're doing bridges and chest press on the chair, it looks like this. You might have weight balanced in between your knees. Bridges push hips up, drop them down. Chest press is on the diagonal, support behind your back, elbows bend and stretch. Otherwise, you're on the ground. Bridges with 1 or 2 heavy weights on your hips. Chest press with 1 or 2 heavy weights in your hands. 10 seconds till we start. You're welcome to do these bridges with your feet slightly wider so that you push your knees open and you get those outside glutes too. Ready, go. Up and down. Now make sure your heels are close enough to your glutes for you to really feel those glutes working. And if 2 weights is like they're just annoying and falling off or something, you can just drop them. You could use 1 weight or you could just use body weight. Exhale up, inhale down. "15 seconds. "5 seconds. And rest. Okay, we're gonna set up those chest presses. So grab your weights, bring them up in line with your shoulders. If you're on the ground, now you've got to squeeze your shoulders together so your spine is off the ground. It's just your tailbone and your shoulders. Ready, go. Lower and lift. The elbows and the wrists should be in line with your mid-chest muscles. So not in line with your shoulders. They're a little bit lower than that. Nice. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. We come down. And we lift. Nice. Squeeze those shoulders and press. 15 seconds. Good. And down. 10 seconds. Almost there. We have 5. Down. Up. Down. And press. Excellent. We put it together. So it's going to be reciprocal. As your butt lifts, your elbows go down. I recommend moving your feet right in line with the middle of each glute. So more traditional bridge here. Okay, ready? Here you go. Butt up, arms down. Now if you're doing this in a chair, you're just going to do one bridge and then you're going to do one chest press. You might have to kind of finagle the weights there because it's not super easy in the chair. Another thing you could do is just whatever you want. You could just do all bridges or all chest press. That's fine with me. As long as you keep moving and you're challenging yourself. Good. Make sure the dumbbells here are parallel to the ground. 15 seconds, excuse me. Press. And lower. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And release. Woo, okay. Good job. Quick transition. We're going to come to our chair. Everyone at the chair, we've got rows and a leg lift. So you set up your chair, you're going to have a good heavy weight here, and then you also have a lighter weight. All right. So you're going to bring your right hand to the chair, your left foot back. We have a row. Ready, go. Left hand to your hip and release. Nice. I know that was a fast transition, but I want to try to get through everything in class today. So if you're watching this recording, you can just push pause anytime you want and then come back, start again when you're ready. But this is kind of a long class and I'm trying to get it all in in the time allotted. Up. 15 seconds, elbows close to your body. Good, 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Up and down. Up and release. Nice. Whew. We're going to switch sides. Good, 10 seconds till we go again. It's about time in class when I wish I had more hair up. Ready? Back heel down. Here you go. Lift to hip and lower. Pulling your belly button to your spine, looking just below your nose to the ground. Nice. Lift. 30 seconds. Good. I love a nice row here. Train so many muscles. Biceps, shoulders, spine muscles. 15 seconds. Good. 5 seconds. And relax. Okay, grab your lighter weight. You're going to put it in the crook. So first of all, feet under hips. Put the weight in the crook of your left knee. Move your right foot a little bit more to the center. Ready, go. Left leg to the sky and down. So squeeze your belly button to your spine. And you're just pushing that knee right up, flexing your foot and lowering. Good. And down. Exhale up, inhale down. Check to make sure that your leg is moving in a straight line backward. $15 seconds. Whew. Up, slowly down. 5 seconds. And release. We'll switch sides. Woo. Feet under hips. Grab that weight. Goes under the crook of your right leg. Abs up and in. Ready, go. 30 seconds. Exhale up, inhale down. 15. 10 seconds. We have 5. And rest. Okay, halfway break. We're taking just a minute off here. If that's enough for you today, I'm very proud of you. Stretch, eat food, be done. But if you're gonna come back, I'm just gonna put my hair up a little bit more and we'll be back to the top. So make sure that you are ready to go. You can move the chair maybe. Okay, BRB. Okay, 15 seconds till we start with those squats again. My hair is more up. Things are getting serious here. In about 5 seconds, we squat. Halfway break is done. You got some water. You're ready to go. And go. Down and up. So round 2, we know the exercises. We'll be able to move into them smoother than before. And maybe with more resistance, with heavier weights. Nice. Button line with knees and lift. 15 seconds. Whew. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay, curl. So basic bicep curls. Good. In 5 seconds. Palms supinated. Shoulders up, back, and down. Go. Good. Your feet are parallel position. That means your body is the most effective against gravity. And gravity is resistance. We don't need that much resistance here. The dumbbells are enough. Elbows right by your sides. Good. Up. 15 seconds. Five seconds. And rest. Awesome. Okay, next we put it together. So I'm going to go to lighter weights here. Good. Heels and toes out. In 5 seconds we start. We'll put it together. Ready, go. Down, curl, and stand. And once again, keeping those knees softly bent at the top. Good. Hips right under shoulders. And stand, down, curl. 30 seconds. Remember that you can break it down in the other way. You don't have to put your squat with your curl. You could do it separate. If you are putting it together, you're propping those elbows on your inner thighs. 15. 5 seconds. Good. And rest. Whew. Reverse lunges. Good. So, weight at your chest, weights by your sides, or weights on your shoulders. We lunge backward. Good. It should feel like a bit of a massage if those dumbbells are on your shoulders. 5 seconds till we start. We're ready, go. 30 seconds. $15. Five seconds. And rest. Okay, overhead press. If you want to sit down in your chair, you're welcome to. Starting in 5 seconds with both of those weights. Elbows slightly rotated open. Go. So this is one of the moves where if you feel like your back is arching, you can kickstand one foot back like I'm showing you now. And that might be able, or that might help you stay upright. Good. 30 seconds. Press up, come down. Press up, and come down. Nice. 15. 10 seconds. We have 5. 3, 2, rest. Okay, we put it together. I'm going lighter with my weights. It's a lunge and a press separate. You can do them part by part, or you can make it one motion. Here you go. So one motion is press up and out and drop down. There will be a bit more conditioning if you put it as one motion. Conditioning meaning your heart rate elevates. Cardio. I also just like the coordination of it, a flow. $15 seconds. 5 seconds. Rest. Whew. Okay, lateral lunges. I messed this up earlier. So 1 or 2 heavy weights, and then you have a front raise, which is definitely light weights. Your legs will be wide. You have 15 seconds. Whew. Catch your breath after those last lunges. I'm using 2 weights this time because I am better prepared. All right, starting in 5 seconds. Toes in, toes out, heels in, shoulders down. Here you go. Lower and lift. Pushing your glutes back, bringing your weights as close to your heels as possible. 30 seconds. $15. 5 seconds. Rest. Woo. Okay. Front raise. Oh my gosh. 5 seconds. Soften those elbows. Hands come straight forward. Go. If it's too heavy, you can do one arm at a time. Try to keep your hips over your ankles and your shoulders over your hips. $15 seconds. Ugh. 10 seconds. Almost there. 5. Rest. Awesome. Okay, putting it together. I'm using lighter weights. Heels in, toes out. 5 seconds. Ready, go. Lunge, lift, lunge. And maybe we move as a unit. Wrapping those glutes around your hips. Lunge, lift, down, up, down, and up. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Good. 5. And rest. Okay, there you go. All right, my friends. So next we've got our sumo deadlift. You got your heaviest weights. And you really want to be up on top of those weights. Imagining like you had a barbell here, and the barbell would be rolling up your legs. 5 seconds till we start. Abs braced. Ready, flat back, go. So do not let those shoulders curve forward. Squeeze your shoulders onto your spine. Inhale down, exhale up. There's a lot of core work happening here just to keep that spine straight and long and strong. Fifteen seconds. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay. High row. Heavier this time around. Good. Right to that mid chest. Go. Squeeze your shoulder blades. So this is kind of like contradictory because your elbows rise up in front of you, but you got to pull your shoulder blades back behind you. That way you isolate the muscles right on top of your shoulders. Your deltoids, anterior deltoids. Exhale up, inhale down. Good, 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, rest, release. Okay. Good. 5 seconds till we go again. Heels in, toes out. Put it together. Go. Sumo deadlift with a high row. You're using the explosive motion of the hips to pull yourself out of the exercise. 30 seconds. Send those glutes back and down. Good. 15. Whew, this is another one that'll get the heart rate moving. 5 seconds. And release. Okay, quick transition. Go into those bridges. So, 2 heavy weights. You're on the chair or you're on the ground. You can start in 5 seconds. I'll give you more time. I'll give you more time. Too rushed. It's too rushed. I know. I know, but we gotta be safe, okay? So if you're already there, good for you. I was not. Okay. Now in 5 seconds. Feet wider than your hips. Dumbbells on those hips, knees out, ready, go. Now you're there. Nice. Press up, calm down. If you don't feel those glutes, experiment with where your feet are in relation to your hips. Closer, further away. Good, give it a try. And you might need to scoot your feet closer to each other. That could be something. Good. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. We have 5. Good. Rest. Okay. Feet in line with hips. We're going to go to that chest press. So grab onto those dumbbells. Hands up to the sky. Oh my gosh, I'm using 2 different weights. Ah! Okay. Ready. Go. I can't believe that just happened. I'm going to have one huge chest muscle and one very small one. I wish it was that easy. I wish you could see the results that fast. Good. Whew. But, so say like you have a very weak side and a very strong side, you can actually do that. You can get like a heavier weight on the weak side so that you start to try to build it up faster than the strong side. But you don't want to go so light that the strong side doesn't work. So yeah, I don't really recommend that. And rest. Okay, we put it together. It's reciprocal. So as your butt lifts, your hands, your elbows pull down. Set it up, starting in 5 seconds. I also think the heels in line with center of glutes helps here. Go. Press and drop. Drop and press. Using your breath. Good. 30 seconds. Exhale up, inhale down. $15. 10 seconds. Whew. We have 5. And rest. Amazing. Okay. With safety in mind, fastest transition you got to standing at your chair. We have our row and we have our leg lift, and that's all. That's all we got. So in 15 seconds, we'll start with the row. Left hand has the weight. Left foot is back. In 5 seconds, square off shoulders and hips. Ready, go. Final set of exercises right here. Up to hip and down. Nice. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. 30 seconds. Almost there. 5 seconds. Rest. Switching sides. By the way, we should also have one lighter weight because the leg exercise goes a bit lighter. All right, right hand with the weight, 5 seconds. Right foot back in space. Pull your belly in. Go. Try to lower your hand down slowly. Good. You can pull it up a bit faster, but not so fast that you open your shoulder. You want to try to keep that shoulder closed. Good. Up and down. Up. Down. Up. 15 seconds. Five seconds. Up and down. Up and release. Awesome. Okay, leg press. So move your feet more to the center. Take the small weight on the crook of your left leg. Bend your knee. Pull your ab belly in. Go. Leg up and down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Spread out your fingers against that chair. Looking just below your nose. 30 seconds. Oh, it's the way down. If you're feeling like a on the way down, you're doing it right. That's the eccentric part. It's the hardest part. Lowering against the resistance and gravity. Good. And rest. Other side. Then we have a quick stretch and you're done for the day. All right, 5 seconds. Really pull the rib cage toward the sky. Front ribs up. Go. I know it's the last exercise, but don't rush it. The slower you go, the greater the benefit. Nice. Exhale up. Inhale down. 30 seconds. Nice. Exhale up. Inhale down. Press. And down. 15. 10 seconds. Whew, we have 5. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. And rest. Amazing. Set that weight down. Let's stretch. Let's sit down. Sit down in your chair. Whew. Bring your right ankle over your left thigh. Press your body into the right leg, keeping both hips on the chair. You've done it. You've made it to your cool down. Oh my goodness. I love that unilateral work at the end. Good. And now come on up. Cross your thigh over your leg. Twist and look back. It's nice to twist after all that back work. And now center, lay your chest over your leg, pull your foot up towards your body, relax your head and your spine. And now come on up, open your knee out to the side, glide your front foot backward, and now wiggle that hip, releasing the front of your hip. Nice. And now come on up and we're going to switch legs. So left ankle over right thigh and then lean forward into your leg. And now come on up, cross thigh over thigh, twist, look back. I got a pop on both sides of my spine. Awesome. Chiropractor and strength class. And now come to center, lay over the leg, pull the foot up, relax head and neck. And now come all the way up. Open the top leg out to the side. Draw your toes backward. Wiggle that hip. Let the hip flexor be heavy. Good. And now come to the center. Great. Sit down, grab onto your chair, or just interlace your fingers. Push your chest through, stretching your chest muscles. Maybe even lift your chin up. And then release. Wrap your arms around your torso. Pull your shoulders forward. And give yourself a hug. Come on up, open your arms and switch. Arms around your torso. Pull your shoulders in. Give yourself a hug. And then come up, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Give yourself a bow. Thank you all for joining me in this strength class. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.